everybody, it's Jules here with Beanie.
Hello.
And welcome back to another episode of the Monday Night Wah, set on the one and only Brobna. And today we have a super special battle report for you because we are continuing our White Dwarf double billing by looking at the rules for the Emperor's Children when it comes to boarding actions. And this time they're going to be taking on the mightiest of warriors that the Imperium has to offer, the Golden Sons, also known as the Adeptus Custodes. It's going to be a very hyper-elite battle, isn't it?
We haven't got many models.
No, but what we do have is spice, because things are starting to heat up. And I mean that quite literally, because we're playing inside an oven. Welcome to the furnace, my friends, aboard the mighty ship Gulo Dank. And there is quite literally hot stuff coming through, because this area right here that you can see, this box right there, is a furnace. And for today's game, you're going to be able to turn that on to dish out mortal wounds to people who are inside trying to capture these two objectives. There are 4 objectives in play. You get 5 VP for holding 1. You get 10 VP if you hold more than your opponent, and 3 times 5, 15 for those mathematicians out there, if you hold one of these objectives inside the furnace. And you get an extra 10 VP at the end of the game if you hold one of these objectives within the furnace. So even though it's a lot safer to go out here in order to get those objectives, there are points to be won by delving deep into the fryer. To turn on the furnace, you need to go to these squares here marked by the powerful crystals and perform a tactical maneuver to turn on the furnace. And if you're unlucky enough to be inside, you take a dice for every single model in that unit, give it a roll, and on a 4-up, you take a mortal wound to a maximum of 3, meaning that you could be cooked alive. However, to offset the fact that this is a very dangerous place indeed, if you secure these tactical objectives here, which anyone can do because of the fact that it is worth dying for, that's the rule it says in the actual boarding actions book itself, it remains under your control until an enemy takes it off of you, which is very tasty indeed. Almost as tasty as all the burnt flesh that we're about to taste as we get set up. Deployment zones are thusly where the red dice marks in is where one player can drop, where the live and let dice are is where another player can drop. Oh dear. That's a lot of words, isn't it? So here we are with Beanie's Adeptus Custodes Strike Force. There aren't that many boys, but boy howdy, do they hit bloomin' hard. Beanie, tell us what you brought.
So I have a Blade Champion in the middle. He is going to have the enhancement that gives him OC5, which is, I think, called
Very
the Mantle
tasty.
of the Emperor.
Yes,
so he'll be able to hold objectives on his own.
Yep.
He has 3 modes of attack, and one of them is perfect for killing Terminators. -3, 3 damage, devastating wounds.
Well, maybe that'll come up when you see my list. Maybe it won't, but we'll have to see.
Well, yeah, it would be nice if I could kill some 3-wound models.
Yeah.
I hope you brought a few.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Then on the left, we have the non-loincloth wearing Custodian Guard.
Nice.
Because in this game, loincloths bestow a lot of power, it seems, within Custodes. So these guys have an ability called Sentinel Storm, which means they can shoot twice.
Nice.
Whereas the Wardens on the other side, they have the Living Fortress ability, which allows them to get a 4-up Feel No Pain in one phase of the game.
Which is very good indeed. So yeah, you have a hyper-elite fighting force here, but hitting on 2s with a 2-up armor save, that's going to be tough to get through. If only I hadn't brought a kind of Emperor's Children mirror list. But let's go take a look. This, my friends, is the Sublime Strike, the rules of which you can find in the newest, or at least at the time of recording, White Dwarf, the Emperor's Children special. Now, I have got 3 Flawless Blades, the newest addition to my Emperor's Children army, and they do retain their ability to wound anything on a 3-up if you implore the Dark Gods to bless them with power. But if they don't kill a single model, then one of their models gets destroyed. Very risky, very rewardy. I do like it indeed. Over here, I've got 2 more squads of Terminators because the weird thing about this list, or the building instructions that they have for you in White Dwarf, is that you can take a Lord Cacophonist, Lucius the Eternal, Flawless Blades, or Terminators. No Infractors, no Tormentors, none of the actual bodies that you would normally employ for something like this. It's hyper elite and it's very strange. I do get my advance and charge and fall back and charge and shoot rules still kind of the same, but I do have an army rule called Musk of Torpidity, which means that I can perform tactical maneuvers and also fall back, charge, move all over the other place as well, which is quite useful indeed for securing objectives. And under this build detachment, Terminators can do the secure tactical sight tactical manoeuvre as if they were battle line, which is very good indeed, because normally only battle line models can do that. That's basically it. What you see is what you get, and what I get is a lot of heavily armoured boys. Let's see if they actually do the damage against the other heavily armoured boys.
Yeah.
Also, just because of the fact I need to clarify this, I don't have any characters here, but I do get to nominate my Terminator champion as my warlord. It doesn't actually play into the batch, but it does mean, well...
I want to kill that guy.
You want to kill that guy more than anything else, but it does mean I can't take either of the enhancements here. One of them is actually really good. Add 1 to the strength and damage characteristics of the bearer's melee weapons, and improve the armor penetration characteristics of those weapons by 2.
Wow.
That's pretty good, that.
Yeah, that's sick.
And then Demon Shrieker is that you can select a closed hatchway within 12 in the shooting phase, roll a d6 on a 2-up. It is open and can never be closed.
I thought you said Demon Streaker.
Yeah, just
in my head.
Woo! Anyway, let's get deployed and start cooking some boys. So here we are after deployment. I have put all of my boys down because with such limited resources, you need to make sure that the deep strike rule, which would allow me to deploy further up later, it can absolutely screw you with the 9-inch charge, leaving you out in the open. So, boys, 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 golden boys, golden boys, golden boys. Delicious stuff indeed. Let us roll for turn 1, my friend. Let everything burn. A 2. A 1, I'm going first. And I actually didn't want to go first, so there we go. Right, it goes into Emperor's Children, turn 1. So here we are at the end of turn 1 movement. It's a very quick one indeed, because these boys move down here, use their tactical manoeuvres to open that door. Well, not tactical, just to open the hatchway. These guys over here did use a tactical manoeuvre because they have secured that site, because my Terminators can do that. Even though they're probably going to get an absolute pasting from the shots of these guys over here, at least we have secured that one for Slanesh, and it's going to take Beanie a bit of extra work to get it back off me. And the Flawless Blades have opened the door over here, but there is nothing to advance and charge in against because the Blade Guard champion has yet to move. But now we move into Beanie's turn 1. So Beanie's turn 1 was actually fairly eventful because he will get to do some shooting, but not before explaining what he's done over here.
So I moved around the corner, I opened a door and I set them to Overwatch, just in case.
Just in case I decide to forego going for that objective and try and advance through and get him. He's got my number, and the Blade champion has decided to forego fighting the Flawless Blades over here, and has gone around the corner instead, because we found out that if he just opened the door, then he's basically allowing me to charge all the way through and get fights first against him, which not a great idea.
And he'll probably just die.
Yeah.
And these guys advanced 3, so they were able to get onto that objective, but because these Guardian Spears are assaults, I still get to shoot.
Yes, and we did check their rules as well. Beanie cannot secure with these guys here because even though they are battle line, for some reason they've been told exclusively they cannot do it. However, these 2 objectives in here, they can be secured by anyone regardless of their model type. Okay then, so it is time, my dude.
So I'm going to start with 8 shots from the Guardian Spears into the Terminators.
Yep. Do it, baby. Oh, good thing you hit on those 2s. Now, strength of?
It's only 4, so it's going to be 5 to wounds.
5 to wounds. A commendable.
So
set of wounds
4.
there. 4
minus
through.
1.
Minus 1, so 4 3-ups against these boys here. I do take 2 wounds on that.
No, that'd be 4 wounds.
Oh wow, so that is a
Damage
dead
to-
Terminator. Whap whap.
And now I'm going to do Sentinel Storm and do it again.
Oh, bloomin' hell.
So I get to shoot once per game. They get to shoot twice. That's
Yeah.
why that High Inquisitor Draxus always goes with them, because his gun is
Do it
obscene.
again. Yeah.
But I missed 3 times.
Okay, okay. So 5s again.
Only the 1.
AP on this was 1, wasn't it? So
Minus
3-up. Oh, I still failed it though, so
So
it's
down
another...
to 1 wound.
Blimey, that is actually taking a fair toll. Ah, yes, good idea. That's taken a fair toll on my Terminators over there. Rough stuff.
It has. Now there is no charges, so that's the end of my turn.
Well, 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 I'm pretty PO'd, I gotta say. But at the beginning of my turn 2, I do score 5 VP for holding this objective. Beanie, obviously, and I are contesting on how many we hold in general, but still, that is 5 VP for me to kick things off. Okay, my friends, I have done some moving. It has been quick, and hopefully it will be deadly too. The Flawless Blades decided to rush round the corner to meet the Blade Champion. I was tempted to turn on the furnace over here, but then I realised it's only my boys that would be benefiting from the pain that would cause them here. And these guys did get a 6 on their advance. They've moved in and secured that site over there. So 2 objectives under my control, regardless of what happens next. The Terminators got a piddly 1-inch advance. over here, but it does mean that they can still shoot down into this squad and weaken them up. And because of their obsession that they've got with these, are they wardens or guardians?
They're guardians because they're not wearing loincloths.
I will get to re-roll my charges against them if I fire everything they have into them, which is what I'm about to do. So we're going to do, measure me up with the patching trowel, my boy. I'm within 12 inches for the heavy flamer.
Of them? Yeah,
yes.
yeah, definitely. Well, because remember, you're within 9 for the charge.
Of course I am, yes. So heavy flamer going in for 3 auto hits. Strength 5?
Yeah, so it's only 5 to wound.
5 to wound. 1 wound coming in, AP 1.
Okay, 3 up.
Ooh, and then it's all of the combi blotters. So it's a rapid fire range now, isn't it? So it's 4 shots a boy.
Yep.
2, 3. 3 boys able to shoot. Get in my tiny hands. Right, okay. So hitting on 3s. Just drop the few, drop the fair old few.
Actually, more than I was expecting you
Couldn't
to
hit,
drop
couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, these guys.
And then 5 to wound.
5 to wound. We get you with 2 wounds coming in AP dash.
So 2s.
And 0 damage taken. I feel like this is indicative of what's going to happen next. It is time now for the charge phase. It's the flawless blades. Actually, no, we'll do the Terminators first, going into them. It's 9-inch re-rollable charge because they're targeting the Guardians, and the Guardians only. Do not get in there. Free re-roll charge against them, and...
No, you were close, but no
so
cigar.
Close, so close. So that means that it's up to the flawless blades to do all of the work here. And they're going to just charge into the Blade Champion, because if I do their Pact and try and get the critical wounds on 3s, how many wounds does that boy have?
I believe he has 6 wounds.
Okay, they're going to have to do a lot of damage still, but in they go. And they definitely get in there with a 6. So they are charging in. Hello. Hi. Good to see you. And I will get their Bliss Blades ready. So it's going up against the Blade Champion now. I have this many attacks hitting on 2s, and yes, I am going to enact my Dark Pact. So I will wound him regardless on a 3 up of any skills and stuff you have. Would I have been wounding you on 3 anyway?
No, force.
Then it's worth doing instead. But if I don't kill him, then one of my guys dies immediately. Is it worth it? Meh. So hitting on 2s, we find a way to drop the mightiest of 3 ones.
One guy completely misses.
And then we're going to be wounding on 3s. We wound you only 4 times. -3.
So 4 up saves.
4 up saves. Here we go. Yes! Even if you do it, he's dead. That is 2 damage a pop. They kill him so sublimely. He's so rage-filled. He's so rage-filled. The dice, the dice, the dice. Get out of here, Blade Champion. And one of my guys does not die. Tiny Tim does not die this round. Because somehow I managed to squeak that through. Cool. Even though I am nearly crying with laughter, I think that my tears will be turned into those of pain now, because we're going to go into Beady's turn 2. He gets 5 victory points for holding onto that objective over there. Let's do it. So, Beady, tell us what you've done with your turn 2.
I've mainly just been bitter, really, if I'm honest with you. I'm so sad. He was going to show the flawless blades how to use a sword, and then they stabbed him in the bum, and he was like,
Can you imagine that? He's just kind of like, oh, the delicious hubris of you telling us how to use swords.
Yeah, the Blade Champion can't even parry a blade.
As we've said before, the Blade Champion. But he's out of the picture. Move forward. Think about all the other things that are going on. You did get a cool advance over here. You did have to spend a CP to re-roll it from a 3 to a 5 to get them around the corner and secure that site. Does mean you lose Overwatch, but that is good that you're starting to get more progressive points on the board. And over here, you're staying still because you want to stay on that point over here, shoot these guys, and then go into combat against the Flawless Blades.
That's the plan, yeah.
So 2 units could potentially be wiped out.
Well, I'm not going to wipe out the Terminators here.
Oh, because you only get to shoot once per game.
Yeah,
right,
so it's going to be... so 8 shots hit on 2s.
Nice. Very nice indeed.
No, it's going to be 5s to wound.
Yes.
4, 2.
2, okay. 2, 3 ups. Both made.
Oh yeah, there was also a strat in there I could have paid for and I'd have got sustained.
Ooh.
Not that I actually got any there.
No, but that would be useful. Is it for shooting and fighting?
Just for shooting.
Okay.
Because my martial guitar, which I need to...
Pop out in the fight phase.
which will be now.
Yep.
So, charge.
Definitely made it in there.
Yeah, Kablanc.
Yep, that's a
Blanco.
lot of golden boys that are on my doorstep now. So at the beginning of the fight phase, you do your martial guitar, then I've got a strat to spend as well. So what is the stance you're taking?
So I'm going to go with the sustained stance.
That makes a lot of sense because you are stronger than me in nearly every other respect. I'm going to now pay 1 CP for Alluring Grotesquerie. Great name. 1 CP at the start of the fight phase. You need to take a battle shock test, and each time you make an attack that targets my unit, in general, you subtract 1 from the hit roll. So,
Class.
Take a battle shock test, brother.
Okay.
You have passed it, yep, cool. But now you're a -1 to hit against me.
Okay, I'm going to have a look for strats for myself then, because that's lame.
Because poo-poo and wee-wee, I believe.
Nope, none.
Cool, right, okay, but it's that many attacks coming in against the flawless blades.
It is, but I was going to be hitting on 2s.
I know, but this is going to be rough regardless.
Okay, so hit on 3s.
Yep.
And 6s, put them back in.
Oh, no, that's good.
So take out, but I still missed a fair bit. But I put back in 1, 2, 3,
Yep.
4.
That's a pretty good one. What's the strength of these bad boys?
7.
Okay, so you are definitely wounding me on 3s as well. Oh, I think this is the end of these chumps. 1s and 2s get out of there, but there's still more than enough to kill them outright. How many am I looking at?
2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
8, 9, and AP on this is?
-2.
Okay, so I'm on a 5 up regardless.
So 9 5-ups.
Oh dear, how much damage apiece?
2.
Oh my giddy aunt. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so we're looking at 1, 2, 1 guy is alive on 1 wound? Yeah, on 1 wound remaining. Ouchie wawa. That's exactly what they say when they die. Yeah, okay, so I do get to fight back, but he is so badly hurt. However, now is the time to enact that dark pact.
Yes, yes.
He's just got to kill 1 guy to stay alive. He's hitting on... Actually, is it worth me doing this? Yes, of course it is. It's Slanesh. Hitting on 2s. He hits you 3 times. He's going to be wounding you on 3s. He wounds you once, not even enough to kill him, so he's dead regardless.
Okay,
But still.
So 4 up.
Hey, take those 2 wounds, but unfortunately...
I can't make a save!
The demons who he formed...
Oh, actually, I'm
with...
going to just CP it.
Okay.
Because I have a...
No.
No. It's
It's not to be. So that means that unfortunately the demons who he formed the bond with have decided they were not entertained by his bladesman work and have ripped his soul asunder.
Bye, brain.
Yeah, pretty gruesome, right? So that's the end of the Flawless Blades. Oy. But also the end of the fight phase. It now goes into Emperor's Children, turn 3. It was a very quick turn indeed, but a bit of a sad one, because Beanie and I realised that because we are so filled with bloodlust, that we can't really ever turn on the furnace. There's not really going to be an opportunity to do this now that we've lost a unit each.
I think we should do this mission again when we can play something that has more
Oh,
gribblies
yeah,
that we
yeah.
can, you know, like guard or something like that.
I was going to suggest to you for the next 2 turns, should we roll a dice on a 6 and then on a 5 it kicks into life anyway as it goes on.
Yeah,
so we'll
yeah.
just see if we can burn some
Yeah,
people because it's fun that way. So we now go into my shooting phase as I've moved up the Terminators over here and these ones advanced and moved over around here. And we will see what damage I can do. So it is the Heavy Flamer coming in first. For 5. Auto hits. 3, 4, 5. 5's to wound. I wound you once, my friend, at -1. Into that squad in front of you.
Okay, so 3s.
He makes it. And then it is the combi blotters on all of them.
So 12 shots.
4.
Hitting on 7s.
Indeed. I actually managed to hit the broadside of a barn okay this time.
Nice.
But now it'll be wounding you on the 5.
On the big old 5s.
Hiya! I wound you 3 times in total. AP dash, my dude.
But all you need is 1.
That's very true.
All you need is
1. Ooh, there is one.
CP.
CP, keeping them alive. Ooh, beautiful stuff indeed. Same shooting going over here. Heavy Flamer down into the boys. For 3, auto hits. Wounding on 5s. 1 wound, AP 1. And you made it with another 6. And then, unsurprisingly, it is the exact same again. 4.
Good old 12.
I'll have to do another one in a minute because my hands are too small. I hit the broadside of the barn.
Just roll the 1 now, isn't it?
Oh yeah, there we go. Because it's 4 shots at this range.
Oh, right, sorry,
Yeah.
I thought you meant literally 1 dice.
And then it is wounding you on the face, my dude.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Only 3. AP dash. Ooh, I do a wound though. Yes, Terminator shooting coming up clutch. And it does mean I can re-roll my charges against both these units because of their obsession with them, which is just great. So we're going to charge in first. These guys against the Wardens.
Yep.
They're in there with
Loincloth means warden.
Yep, true that. So they are within 9, and that means they should all be able to fight because of the distance they are to that first model. Then the others. Somehow I've got a 6 over here, but I have made the charge in, surprisingly. And now I know that Beanie will be paying to interrupt. That is for true and just... yes, he will be paying to interrupt because he's got 2 CP. Yes.
I've got 3.
Yes. Do I want to get wiped out over there or over here? What to do? Because this is going to suck regardless, really, isn't it? I tell you what, I'm going to fight at the weaker, and I use that very loosely, squad over there, because if I do claim that area, that whole board is mine then.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
And you've still got to take a long walk over there to get to it.
Yeah, so over there, even though I will be able to interrupt, I'm going to, because I have to at the start of the fight phase, Living Fortress over there, so 4 up, feel no pains.
Perfect.
In this fight phase.
And you know what, just for absolute giggles, I'm going to do the 1 CP strat I had at the start of the 5th phase, Alluring Grotesquerie. Please make a battle shock for test for those guys, and you're at a -1 to hit me back. You failed it. Ooh, that actually is quite good.
Yes.
So they are battle shocked and they are at a -1 to hit me. I'm now going to get all of my dice and start getting some power and chain fists right in their face. Power fist saves coming in. Let's see it, baby. Minus. Oh, well, yeah, so it's onto their thing. So 1 is down.
So the one that's on.
1 wound is already out.
So yeah, and then the next one, and then another one's on 1 wound.
Nice, and then it is just the other chain fist coming in. This hits on 4s, annoyingly, which is not fun. I only hit you once as a result, but I would have missed everything else anyway. I do wound you though. It's another save for your boy on your 4-ups. He has made that with gusto. So that's them taken down to 2 boys. But over here, I'm assuming you're paying to interrupt.
Yeah, I'll pay the 2 to interrupt over there.
So it's time for these guys to consolidate in. Do you want to use your stratagem to ignore walls so you can consolidate or pile in to get all of the attacks? Because at the moment, it's only these 2 who will be able to fight.
I do.
So we're going to do that. 1 CP for Inescapable Vengeance. Be right back. So we have used that Inescapable Vengeance, and now Beanie gets all of his squad ready to attack my Terminators. You fiend, you goof, you cad. Do it. Hitting on 2s.
And 6s are
Explodey.
Yeah. That's
Or
what
are
that
they?
meant.
Or are they lethal?
No,
Because
they're explodey is what I'm going for. Oh no!
Yeah,
This turn
yeah.
I'd have to be lethal,
So,
wouldn't
yeah.
I? So 1.
Yep. I mean that's still pretty dang good because you can only choose 1 stance per game now rather than anything else. That's still blooming good, man.
Okay, and now 3s.
Yep. God damn, that's a lot of saves I'm gonna have to make.
5, 9, 10, 14.
4, 5, 6,
14 4-ups.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Just that one there. There we go. 4-ups. Oh God. Oh God.
You could do it.
Oh God. 1 dead. 2 dead. 3 dead. 3.5 shell. Okay. Oh my God. That was painful. 1, 2, 3.5 shell. Ouch. That stung quite a lot.
Yeah.
But it is time for me to fight back with my bow of fists. Yes, Seymour.
How many attacks?
1 more from here. So it is hitting on 3s, babies. Oh, if only the 6s did something. Now wounding you.
Like me.
Yeah, wounding on 3s. I wound you 4 times. That's actually not bad for those guys.
Not at all. 4s.
Ooh, it does kill 1.
No, I've got 4 up, feel no pains.
Yeah,
so
okay,
it's
so 4 up, feel no pains. Damn
Make
it.
2, so 1 of them is down. Oh no, 1 of them is dead, because he had taken a wound.
Oh
if you
yes, he
remember
had.
from the shooting.
Yay!
So it was.
That guy there. 'Cause you have to...
Yeah, it was meant to be that guy because
okay.
he moved over.
So he is gone from the existence of the
Yeah,
universe.
he's dead.
Damn it, man. That was a pretty powerful fight. And now you've got a fight over here. Remember, you're hitting on 3s because of my grotesquerie. And not just in general.
Okay, so hoping for 6s. It's
And
2
you
6s,
get 'em, baby.
but sadly the 2s go.
Oh, how horrible it must be to fight like a regular person.
It is, actually.
Yeah, it sucks.
It is when you only have 9 models for the whole game.
It is true.
Okay, so 3s. Okay, so 4 wounds, again, -2.
4 wounds. Ooh, that is going to kill the one that's on 1 wound and another one. So that is 2 of the boys.
And your OC goes down by 1 for each model, if you remember, because of my detachment
Oh, yeah,
rule.
true. But you are battle shocked. You don't even hold that objective, so shut up. So shush your mush.
Well, that will depend now, because you do the battle shocks before you do the...
This is true. This is true. So at the beginning of Beanie's turn 3, he is holding 1, 2 objectives over here, giving him 10 points because he paid for insane bravery over here, flipping those boys over and making sure that they hold onto that objective. Very nice indeed. Over here, he's obviously secured that tactical sight. And at the end of this round, once he's had his turn, we're going to roll to see if the flames flicker and go on, baby. So what do you want to do, Bean? Because you're kind of locked in combat here, and you don't have the ability of fall back, shoot, and charge like I do. So is it time to take a drubbing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, do you have any pistols or anything like that?
Nope.
Interesting.
The only time you get pistols with them is if you take the sword and board.
Nice. In that case then, because I will be fighting first defender, and because I'm pretty sure that I will lose this fight over here.
Fight that one first.
Yeah, I'm going to fight over there, and I'm also going to pay for...
The thing to
The grotesquerie is going to go over here, because of the fact if they do succeed and are battle shocked again and you'd have to roll for it and you fail, there's a chance that you might not be able to hold on to that objective. So, do me a battle shock test, please. They passed it. Okay, so he's still at a -1 to hit me. Yeah. Then it is going to be the power fists coming in hot and fast. I hit you a fair amount of times, but will I wound you is the question on 3s. Come on, boys. 2 wounds coming in at -2, so onto your 4-ups. Damn it, no damage taken, and now you will be able to fight
over there.
Wherever you please.
Okay, so it's going to be 15 attacks.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Come on, flames. Flicker into life. Flicker into life.
Okay, so I believe I can't martial guitar again this time.
Nope, you are done now with your stances.
Okay, so it's just going to be hitting on 2s. Oh, this is the time where I rolled the fewest 6s.
Yeah, no, right. So it does work out well then.
Yeah. Okay, and now 3s.
Yep.
Whoa.
There's a fair few misses, but there's enough to kill me very much.
6, so 7, -2.
6 4-ups.
7.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did do 7. Cool. I only take 1 wound. So it kills the guy who was already over there.
Wow,
so
that was a great roll.
Yeah, I'm still in it. I'm still in it, but maybe not to win it. And I will fight you back with my power fist. I hit you 1 time. He's pretty rattled, to be fair.
Fair to him.
And he does wound, though. And he does not do any damage.
Okay, and now over there, 10 attacks. Hitting on 3s this time.
Yes, you are, because of my grotesquerie.
And I
that was really good.
Yeah,
that was really good.
I wasn't expecting that. Okay, and now it'll be 3s again. Well, to balance out a little.
Okay, what am I looking at?
4, 6 at -2.
Eek. Ooh, and only another guy dies, so it's still the sergeant, my champion, my warlord, left alive. Okay.
And now we roll to see if the furnace is on.
Come on a 6.
Or a 5.
Yes! No, it's a 6 on the first one and a 5 up on the next one. So the flames flicker on, so you roll 3d6, and for each 4-up you take a mortal wound. You take 3 mortal wounds.
That is a dead guy.
And I roll 1d6 for my guy. I do not take a mortal wound. The flames, they caress, they tickle. Hee hee, ha ha, ooh, oh my.
Oh my.
So yes, the furnace did kick in. At least that was quite a fun thing. And that is weirdly the end of your turn. You did score 10 BP for holding on to those objectives. And at the beginning of my turn, I'm also going to be scoring 10 because of that.
Well, you got,
These are already secured by
but
me.
you still got to do your battle shocks now.
I do need to do my battle shocks on both of them. For the Terminator at the top, he's fine. And for Terminator at the bottom, he's fine. Okay, so that means I can fall back, charge, and get some bonuses, which I will do.
But you can't fall back and charge into the unit that you were in. That's the whole point of Thrill Seekers, man.
Unfortunately for you, it does not have that rule here. It's called Musk of Torpidity, not Thrill Seekers. They've replaced it.
Oh.
So that means that instead of the Thrill Seekers, I can do a tactical manoeuvre in a turn in which I fell back, or are eligible to shoot and declare a charge in a turn in which I fell back. Wellity, 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 I've got 3 wells once more because of the fact that I've had a very dastardly evil plan right here. So because of my moves, Dark Radiance, I can do a normal advance or fallback move and go through friendly or enemy models, which means that I have fallen back through these guys over here.
You have to do Desperate Breakout, though, to fall through.
Yes, that's very
So
true.
1 or 2, he's dead. Is he dead?
Can I re-roll this?
I don't know.
We'll take a look in a minute, but at least he tried doing what he wanted for Slanesh. But we'll come back to that in a second. I fell back over here, and he's going to shoot into them before then going in, long bomb style. He shoots. He hits you 3 times. Will I wound you?
5s.
No, not even close to wounding you. It's a shame because you had 1 guy and 1 wound. I could have done him there. I'm going to look to see if I am actually dead or I get to re-roll this. Because goddamn do I need to re-roll that. Oh, thank God I can pay 1 CP for a re-roll here, which I am going to do. Come on, buddy. Yay! He got a 6. So what he did, pretend that never happened. He tripped, he stumbled. What he was doing was he fell back through, he moved over to this objective, he is now controlling it outside of engagement range, means I take it from Beanie, meaning that this has basically locked this entire area off from him having to be able to move through and get that objective off of me. Could have potentially won me the game, that has.
I think it has.
And now I'll be able to shoot you too. So, another 4 shots coming back in. Haha, how do you like that? Time to kick some back. I hit you all the times. I wound you 3 times. Go, Combi Bolter. Damn it.
I'm good.
Right, well, because of the fact that I don't fancy my chances here, and if I charge in against you, there's a good chance that I'll just die and then you'll move back up. But then again, who cares? Who cares at this point? So, I am going to... You do have a lot of CP to spend to interrupt me, though. You can come to me instead. Let the party starty. So I'm going to do a charge over here into the 2 custodians. A 3. He's just about made it in. Oh, dear me. And then he's going to be attacking you for a mighty 3 attacks. He hits you 2 times. He's going to wound you on the 3s. Ooh, 2 wounds. Will he kill another? No! They bounced into each other. And gave you a 5 and a 6.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Okay, so attacking you.
God damn it.
And then 3s.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So 8.
Oh, no.
-2.
I think it's dramatic rolling time here because
I
this guy
agree.
is very dead. First one, failed. Second one, failed. He's dead. Right, guys.
Dramatic. Very, very dramatic.
No! My fight money! And that is the end of my turn 4. Oh my gosh. Beginning of Beanie's turn though, he only scores 5 VP because I took that one away from him. Please kill me, Bean.
Yes. Okay. Right. Let me.
Battle shock? Battle shock? Battle shock?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So battle shock here. Passed.
Ooh, yes.
They're not battle shocked.
Oh, because they started with 4, so they're
Yeah.
not under half strength.
Yeah,
Nice.
because that 2 doesn't mean anything next, unless there's a dice.
Cool.
Right. Okay. So I've got to do some movement first, but.
Yes, indeed. So in Beanie's movement phase, he moved all the way from here with an advance and got onto that objective, taking it from me, or at least meaning that it wasn't secured by my forces anymore. No guaranteed points for me. And now he's moved up with his 2 wardens into the corridor of pain to finish off my Terminator.
So 4 shots.
Here
Hitting
we go.
on 2s.
Ooh, spice. 3.
And then 5s to wound. Got 1 wound, -1.
I have made it.
Okay, now charge.
Oh,
You're in.
Oh, I'm going to do the grotesquerie for you. Take a battle shock test.
Fair enough. Pass.
-1 to hit.
That's still great.
It's still good. Still very, very good. Yeah, it didn't actually pay off at all this time
No.
around, but still, I'll take it.
And now 3s.
Oh, yes!
wow.
Come on, buddy, this
Ooh,
is
I'm
your
going to CP one of them, actually.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
3 4-ups to keep my guy in the fight. And he's made all of them. No damage taken.
No, my plan was good.
Power Fist coming back in against you. He only hits you once, though.
But you won't be holding that one anymore, because I should be within 2 of it, should I?
You should be. Yeah, and your OC is what?
2 each, and
2 each?
I minus yours, remember?
Okay, but I do wound you.
Okay. I'm good.
No crumping
So
for that.
I've taken that one as well from you.
Hey there, Editor Jules here. Now, if it seems like things are pretty lackluster towards the end of that fight, it's because we both forgot that boarding actions only has 4 turns. Now, what we actually are looking at is the end of the match right here, and Beanie has managed to collect 2 objectives, meaning that he ends his turn with 10 points because he scores at the end of his turn. So yeah, it's a draw. God damn it.
And that is the end of the fight phase, and that means that that is the end of the game. It was a pretty brutal back and forth right there, and we did get a bit confused to the fact that Beanie scores at the end of his turn, and he could have just stayed onto that. Didn't even need to take it away from me, but he did it just to spite me, the bastard. And it does mean that my one Terminator is alive, just going, oh God, there's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to run. So we can imagine what a turn 5 would have probably gone like for him. Really.
Yeah, bad.
Very bad indeed. But there we go, my friends. That has been it for our battle report, our boarding actions in the furnace. But there is probably one more roll to do. Roll me a dice, Beanie. Roll me a DC Dicey. Ah, the furnace doesn't kick on. I was hoping that it would do to burn everyone alive.
Everybody
remove
alive.
it there. But still, that's the end of the game here. Hope that you enjoyed that. And if you want to know what the result is, it's a draw! Meaning that the 2-week special we did using the White Dwarf rules here for boarding actions and the combat patrol that we did last week both ended in a draw. Fantastic stuff indeed. So therefore we can only assume these are perfectly balanced.
Of course, it all adds up.
Indeed, it does. But that's been our battle report today. Hope that you enjoyed it. And if you want to follow us on the social medias, you can follow Beanie over on Instagram and Blue Sky at
Beanie4K.
And you can follow me over on Blue Sky on Instagram, where it's at RetroJ, but the O is a 0. Hope to see you over there. Hope you treat yourself well. And we will see you for another battle report on Brobnar very soon. Bye.